here we go, here we go. Start this video off with a fish. How about? I'm back on the Patuxent today. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Got an incoming tide. Got a fish on finally. Well, I wouldn't say finally. I've only been out here about 5 minutes, but I believe this one came on cut shad. You know what, folks? Last video I said I forgot my net in the truck. Guess what I did this time? Same thing. Might go back and get it. Might not. Let's see what we got here. Water's about 75 degrees. It's cooling off. This fish is giving me some short head shakes, which usually means it ain't a real big one. I'd say that's not a monster. A decent fish all the same though, and it's a good sign because I've only been here 5 minutes. It's going to look a little awkward here trying to wing fish the way I'm doing it. Hopefully I don't lose them. Come here now. Don't get that dang hook in me. Alright, this one actually came on a piece of eel. Oh, come on now. Open your mouth up. There we go. Let's get this one in here. Not a bad fish. He hooked real good. It's hooked through the tongue. This is gonna be a challenge, folks. The way he got himself with that one. How did you do that, fish? How did you manage? There we go. Alright now, folks. First fish of the day is not a bad fish at all. Probably 17, 18 pounder. Like I said before, I usually don't weigh them unless I think they're over 20, but it's a nice female fish. You can see small head. The male's got a bigger head. This one's been eaten, but it's not completely at its fall time weight yet. Good fish. Let's get it out of here. Alright. Okay. Okay, there's a fish. Head shaking like crazy. Feels like a small one. I think this one came on a piece of shad. Made a little run up river. Still doesn't seem to be much going on. I saw some reports. People catching more fish upriver. So I came upriver as far as I could. I don't like to go too far into uncharted territory because you never know when you're going to ride up on a mud flat, because Navionics tells you nothing about this section of river. Not even how deep it is. This is about an eater size fish. I'm going to go ahead and boat flip him. Hey there, buddy. Something's hitting that one too. You on there? Nope. Alright, here we go. That's the size you want to take home and eat right there. Good, 5 pounder. Perfect eating size. But we're not going to do it. So folks, I had a little bit of trouble with my motor coming back from the James River. I had one of my spark plug wires come off the plug. If you know much about coils, that'll make a coil get real hot real fast. And I noticed that I was still running, decent at high RPMs, but I was getting real shaky at idle. So I decided to take a look, and I, pulled the cowling off, pulled the plugs off all the coils, and the top coil the plug was melted. The harness side had melted parts in it. I'm surprised it was still running. And of course, they don't make those harnesses anymore. They don't make, Mercury doesn't make those coils anymore either, so I had to order some aftermarket. I decided to go ahead and replace all 3 of them. And the wiring harness was fine, except for that melted plug. So the new harness I got, decided to keep, all the parts on it, except for just one of the plugs. I just ended up clipping the one plug and, doing a splice job on it, some heat shrink. Got it out today. It's running great. Idling fine. Idling as good as a 2-stroke can, These 2-strokes don't like to idle anyway, but it's idling better than it was. It's probably about time to clean the carbs too. I've had this motor going on the 3rd year, and I've never taken the carbs off and cleaned them yet, so that'll be something I'll do before long. If the bite doesn't pick up the way it should, then I might do it sooner than later. Anyway, that's what's been going on with me since last week. We got a fish on already? Yeah, I believe we do. I'm in about my 4th spot. I just threw these out. Just haven't even got the 4th one out yet. We got a fish on. We got another one biting that one. That one on. Come on now. Get on there. I believe that is a small one messing with it, swimming with it. Let's deal with the one in the hand first. Yeah, we got one on there too. There's a double. One in the hand's a small one. Boy, this current is really ripping now. Oh, that one's a tangled mess. Let's see if we've got one on here still. Yep. I do believe we got a double here. This one's a small one too. Hey, at least we're catching fish again. If I had time, I'd keep both of these, but I don't have time to clean them. After I get done today, I got some stuff to do. So here's fish number 1, Dink City. This one's got himself tangled up pretty good. And I've only got 1 rod out now. Now what have you done? There we go. There's another dink. Hey, we're catching fish. Rinse my hands off. Come on, fish. Stay on there. Stay on there. All right. That's a wild one. Small one too, but let's see what we got. We're pulling them up against a pretty heavy current, and it can be real hard to tell in that situation. I don't think we got a big one here. I think it's more of the same. Folks, it used to be pretty common to catch 20-pound range fish left and right in this bend. But I said before, it has not been that way since around last fall. Yeah, that's another small one. Stuck in that heavy current. another eater size. At least it's another fish. Come on now. Don't get in that motor. Come on up here. Alright. He ain't bad. Wish I didn't have stuff to do after work today. I'm really half tempted to take this guy home and eat him. You sure got that hook good, didn't you? Give me that thing. There we go. Another typical size catfish, folks. Let's get him out of here. Put another piece of fresh bait on. Haven't got a whole lot of time left, so I'm going to try to make it count. Alright folks, so I got about 10 or 15 minutes left. I'm sitting here hoping for a bonus fish. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and knock out the history piece. We're going to take it way back on this one. So the Chesapeake Bay was formed in its current state about 10,000 years ago. And it has receded and filled up and receded again until it reached what it is now. So going back to the intro of the video, I showed you a really steep ledge. That ledge is perpendicular to the bank, meaning it goes across the river. Meaning that before the bay was there, during the Ice Age, when the sea levels were much lower, that would have been a fall line. And like I had said before in a different video, a fall line is the point where the river stops becoming tidal. Now, before the Chesapeake Bay was there, it was the Susquehanna River. The Susquehanna River, if you know what it is, it runs from, New York through Pennsylvania down to Maryland. It's dammed up at Conowingo Dam, east of Baltimore, and then it runs into the Chesapeake Bay. But back before the bay was there, the river ran all the way through the coastal plain through Maryland and dumped into the ocean down there at Hampton Roads, Virginia, where the mouth of the bay is now. 30 million years ago, taking it back even farther, there was a big meteor impact down there at the mouth of the Susquehanna, what was the Susquehanna River. That's what started to make the bay take the form that it has today. Right there in that spot, the James River meets the ancient Susquehanna riverbed and dumps into the ocean. So all of these tidal rivers that I fish have been there just as long. They were all tributaries of the Susquehanna River. There's a little bite. And over the course of thousands and thousands of years, glaciers melted. Chesapeake Bay filled up the Susquehanna River Valley, and now you have what you have today. And these fall lines, over the course of time, have steadily gone upriver and upriver. So that fall line, that ancient fall line that I showed you in the intro to the video, here's another fish. Yep. Alright, hold that thought. The intro to the video would have been probably a waterfall during the Ice Age. Looking at how steep, it's just a straight vertical drop. It goes from 15 feet down to about 40 feet. That definitely would have been an ancient fall line. Very likely a waterfall. The fall line of the Patuxent River now is way up by Baltimore. Pull in this dink fish. That might have to be your bonus fish, folks. I wish it was bigger. But I have gotten through the day without ever having any problems not having my net. But at the same time, most of the fish I'm catching, I don't need a net for. Anyway, there's another eater size. If I was keeping them, folks, today, I'd have enough for a fish fry. Like I said, the bite's picking up. Small fish are here, and they're biting. Typically a week or two after that, the big fish show up in this area. Now don't go tell your friends that. So when I come here next week, I don't want there to be 20 boats. I haven't seen another boat all day today. Are you on there? Yep. Oh, okay, here we go. Missed one on that green rod, and then this one slammed this white rod. This one might be a little better than what we're catching, but still these fast head shakes. He sure bent that rod over though. These fish are hungry. They're coming off the nest. They came off the nest. It's late in the year for this, but they are biting more aggressively. I said in my last video, the spawn this year was late and lasted a long time. I think they stopped and started again. And usually around this time of year, or post spawn, when you start catching these smaller fish and they're feeding more aggressively, then usually the bigger fish are about a week behind. So it gives me a little more confidence. I mean, maybe I'll get a big one today, maybe I won't, but if not, I'll come back to the same spot again next weekend. And probably going to be some bigger fish then. I need to get this one on the other side of the boat. Wish I'd have brought my net, folks. I need you guys to remind me next time, because this fish is not hooked that great. He's a little bigger. I'm going to go ahead and get this one cast back out while I'm doing that. This one's foul hooked. Oh, hell. A little bit better quality. Slowly but surely, they're starting to come back. Oh. Alright, he's on there. Even these small fish are able to pull drag in this kind of current, which is crazy. But I think this is going to be our last fish, folks, because I got to get home. I'm taking it to the wire here. See, these small fish are even bending these rods. This is a heavy action big cat fever rod. And in this current, it gives the fish the advantage. That's why I use heavy action rods. If I was in a river with slower current, I'd use medium heavy or mediums. But heavy's what I use. This is our last dink of the day, folks. Unless miraculously one hits these other rods, but I doubt it. So I'm about to pull them in. Come on now. Oh, he's making all kinds of noises. Alright. There's the last one of the day, folks. I'm going to reel these up and get out of here. See you on the next one.